doctors, welcome. So today's point of discussion is water and dental chair. So doctor, water plays a very important part for any dental clinic, and the most common use of water in any dental clinic can be number one, water for our normal cleaning and mopping of our dental clinic. Number second, water for drinking purpose of our patient and for gargling. Number third, water for our dental chair. And number fourth, water for our autoclaving purpose. For number one requirement, that is for our cleaning purpose and hand washing purpose, you can use normal tap water and there are no conditions for it. Number second, water for drinking purpose. Most of the dental clinic try to connect their dental chair with a RO system or with normal tap water, and they try to hand over the patient in a glass form for gargling and drinking. But my suggestion to you all doctors is to use packed mineral water bottles. A 200 ml bottle will be available for 4 or 5 rupees just. And believe me, for any dental treatment, the maximum amount of bottle you require is 2. Okay, I already made a very interesting video on how to improve your OPD or make your OPD luxurious for just 20 rupees. So if you have not gone through that video, please go through that video, and it really adds a luxury form to your practice, and also patient will really appreciate it. So if you want, you can change to mineral water bottles, and they are not that a costly affair for you. Next use of water in our dental clinic is water in our dental chair. And here in this topic, we are going to discuss this question, that is what water should be used in our dental chair. All of us are aware that we should use distilled water for our dental chair, but still many a times we have our doubt that can I use my RO drinking water in my dental chair? Can I use sterile water for my dental chair? Can I use the mineral water which I get from a localized dealer for my dental chair? So today we are going to clear every type of myth, and we are going to discuss in detail what can be the ideal choice of water for your dental chair. And believe me doctors, the correct use of water in your dental chair can really increase the life of your dental chair. You can avoid many repairs, blockages, etc. issues that you come across in your dental chair, and ultimately it can save you a lot of money. So this topic becomes very important for increasing the life and avoiding unnecessarily services in our dental chair. And lastly, our fourth use of water in our dental clinic can be for autoclaving, and there also I would suggest you to use distilled water only, and we will discuss this also later on at the end of the session, why distilled water should be used over there. So doctors, I am Dr. Tarun Mavadia from Akshar Dental Academy. Let's begin. So doctors, today's point of discussion is water and dental chair. Most of us are aware that distilled water only should be used for dental chair, but many a times people have doubt that can I use my drinking water from home for my dental chair? Can I use a mineral water jugs which are available in 20 liters and which we use for drinking purpose in my dental chair? Can I use sterile water for my dental chair, or it is compulsory to use distilled water in a dental chair? So doctors, first let us understand the properties of water. So for any dental chair use, we want a water which is free from smell, dirt, microorganisms, bacteria, and also mineral particles, organic and inorganic particles from the water. Okay. So now if you consider your drinking water will be completely cleared from bad smell, bacteria, dirts, etc. But it will have minerals like calcium, phosphorus, many others which are necessary for our body, and our body consumes or gets those minerals from our drinking water only. These minerals are very healthy for us for drinking purpose, but they can be damaging for our dental chair. Next type of water can be mineral water that we get packed in a 20-liter packages for normal drinking. Those mineral waters also have additional minerals inside them, and that is why they have been given name mineral water. So those minerals are definitely healthy and good for us, but for drinking purpose, but they are similarly damaging to our dental chair also. Third point of discussion can be, then can I use sterile water? As the name suggests, it is very sterile water. Or should I compulsorily use distilled water for my dental chair use? Okay, so now doctors, let me ask you a question. What do you think is better, sterile water or distilled water? If you use logic on it, then you will definitely answer up that sterile water will be better than the distilled water because it is sterile water. No. But for our dental use, the sterile water is of no benefit. Distilled water is compulsory to be used. When you compare a sterile water and distilled water is the purest form of water, and distilled water is more pure than sterile water. Why? See, sterile water will not have any organic parts like bacteria, microorganisms, such sort of things, but sterile water still can have some inorganic materials like minerals present in it. When it comes to distilled water is the purest form of water. It will not have any organic or even inorganic content in it. There will be no bacteria and microorganism present. Addition to that, there will be no minerals also present inside it. And how is distilled water formed? Distilled water is a water which is collected when you boil water, and the steam that is generated from the boiler is cooled down and condensed in another vessel, and the water that is collected, it is the purest form of water, most sterile, most clean form of water. Okay. So now here question can arise in your mind that why do we need such a type of water which does not have any inorganic and organic content? Let us discuss that. Definitely you all can understand that why we want our water to not have any organic contents like bacteria and microorganisms, because definitely if water is little bit ingested by the patient, then we don't want that. Another thing is the water lines inside our dental chair have such microorganisms running inside them, then these microorganisms can colonize inside them, and it can create an issue or blockages for us, or they can grow further and it cannot be healthy for our patient. But why we are insisting that there should be no inorganic materials or there should be no minerals also present in our water for our dental use? Then doctors, let me come to this point of discussion, and this is the major or main reason why we use distilled water for our dental chair use. So doctors, let's say for example, you are using your normal mineral water or drinking water for your dental chair use. So as you can see in the video, the water when passes through any tube, it leaves out some or the other residue when the dental chair is not in use. With time, this residue collect and they form a scale. And with time, the bulk of the scaling increases. So when the dental chair is in use and the water is passing through the tubes, this bulk of scales will dislodge and they will also run inside the piping. And these scales or these particles then can enter into our scalers, three-way syringes or aerators and block them and damage them. Also, there are many minute equipments present inside our dental chair's working tray, and these scales or minute particles can block the small openings of there also. So this is one of the major reason why we prefer distilled water. So if you are using your normal RO water or drinking water, then for initial few years when the scales are not formed that much, there will be very less issues you face. But with number of minerals increasing in your water, particularly when the summers come and the water dries more inside your dental chair tubing, then the amount of scales increases and this can ultimately block up your expensive equipments. So doctors, believe me, you should prefer distilled water only for your dental chair use. Now coming where to find this distilled water. Okay, so doctors, this distilled water is the same water that is used by the battery people when they add water in your inverter batteries or in your car batteries. Okay, so any city, if you go on Google Map or on tradeindia.com and if you try to search manufacturers for distilled water, you will definitely find few of the manufacturers for distilled water, as it is necessity for our batteries also. So you will definitely find such dealers around you. Okay, now these are available in packing of 5 liter, and general costing of this distilled water will be from 5 rupees per liter up to 10 rupees per liter. So a 5 liter jug can cost you from 20 rupees to 50 rupees maximum. 5 liter of distilled water can last you for weeks depending on your use and treatments that you perform. So ultimately it is not that much expensive, but let's say for example you are not able to find distilled water around you, then you can definitely go online and purchase them, but it will be a costlier affair. So try to find out a local dealer around you and it will be economical for you. Now many a times people try to be lazy and they think that no, I will use normal mineral water, it is pure form of water. But if you keep on using normal drinking tap water or mineral water for it, you are going to damage up your dental chair tubings. With minerals present inside your water, they will also harden up your tubings of your dental chair, and your dental chair tubings can break more, crack more, and it can lead to more leakages in your dental chair. And when there are more water leakages in your dental chair, sometimes this water leakage can damage the expensive circuits or wirings of your dental chair, and ultimately can land up you in bigger expenses for your circuits, etc. sort of things. And also, doctors, we as a dentist are nothing without our dental chair. So whenever you have water leakage or such issues, your dental treatments needs to be stopped, and it can be an costlier affairs also. I have already made a video on how to repair minor repairs in a dental chair, particularly for water leakage. So have a look at that video, so that information can be helpful to you sometimes if by mistake any water leakage happens inside your dental chair. But I hope now, doctors, that with my points it has been clear up to you that it is compulsory for you to use distilled water. Okay, and also using distilled water will increase the life of your dental chair. You can avoid the services or damages to your expensive equipments also. Okay, so now, even let's say for example you are not able to find it in your local city and you don't want to buy it expensive one, then I have one jugaad for you. You can make distill water yourself. So professionally there are distilled water equipments available. They will cost you around 6,000 to 7,000 rupees or so. You can put a water inside and you can boil it up, and they can give you distilled water, and those are the small distillation plants available. Doctors, please understand, these small plants are associated with heat generation and boiling water and collecting up. Any equipment associated with water and heat and boiling up is definitely going to have a life. So if you are buying this water distillation plant, don't expect it to last you for years together. Depending on your use, it will definitely last you up. But if you want distilled water at your own clinic made by you, then you can go with this option, or else you can buy it from the local manufacturers depending on your wish. Another jugaad can be that you can take any boiling cooker, and you can connect a steel tubing or a brass tubing like this, so that whenever you put water inside and boil it up, all the steam inside the boiler can pass through this brass tubing inside another vessel, and this brass tubing is passed through another water dispenser where it will cool down and the water can be condensed faster and collected. Actually, it is not called saving money, it is just wasting the resources of our country. So my suggestion is you should not do this up, but still this is just for your information purpose. Then you can try this way of making your own distilled water yourself. But the most cost effective way to get a distilled water will be from your local dealer, and it will cost you 4 rupees to 10 rupees per liter. Or else, if you want, you can get this distillation plant, as you can see the picture on the screen, and you can get it made yourself. There are some advanced plants also available, but they will be a costlier affair for you. I prefer to get distilled water from my local dealer. Okay, and that is what you can do. One jugaad I have for the people who are going to choose getting distilled water from their own personal plant, I would suggest you all to use soft water. There are water softeners available. So let's say for example in your city the water content is hard, or else if you are facing with more of the skin issues, rashes, if you are getting more hair losses, this can be also due to the hard water content in your city. Then there are professional water softener systems available, which you can connect it in your bathrooms, and they can provide you a soft water, so it will remove all the minerals and hardness inside it. And if you use such type of soft water for your local distillation plant, okay, then the amount of scales formed inside your plant will be less, and you can increase the life of your water distillation plant. Another way to increase the life of your water distillation plant can be, there are materials or chemicals available to clean out the scales inside your distillation plant. So once you clean out such scales, the effectivity of your water distiller plants remains the same, and it will consume less water and it will give you more output. Okay, so doctors, final conclusion of the story is you should use distilled water for your dental chair use. It will benefit you in 1,000 ways. Okay, so if you are using normal water, tap water, drinking water, my suggestion to you is please stop. If you are facing issues like your air rotors cartridges are getting blocked or water are getting choked inside your dental chair, then you are having the same issues. Okay, in order to correct it up, change the entire tubings of your dental chair. Start using your distilled water from now and you will not face such issues. Just a small additional information, changing out all the tubings of your dental chair can cost you between 3 to 5,000 rupees. My suggestion is always to get your tubing changed at the end of 5 years or so, depending on your use, so that accidental cracking of the tube or breaking of the water leakage, etc., does not happen, and you can avoid unwanted expenses of your dental chair repairs. And okay, doctors, and finally, there is one additional use of distilled water in your dental clinic, and that is many a times we see white chalky substance developing inside our autoclaves and also on the heating coil. All these white chalky substances are the minerals that got condensed by boiling of our water. So now if you are using distilled water for your autoclaving purpose, the amount of this scale formed inside your autoclave will be almost zero or very less. And when this amount of scale formed inside your autoclave and on your heating coil is less, then your heating coil will require less electricity and it can boil water faster. Okay, so now consider a situation where you have one autoclave which has no condensation or no interference, or there is no accumulation of scale on top of it. It will heat faster, it will boil the water faster, and it will give you your correct autoclaving in your 20 or 25 minutes of time. Opposite to that, if you have another autoclave which has huge amount of scales from around it, which has huge amount or minor amount of scales condensed on its heating coil, such type of heating coil will require more time to get heated up and to boil the water. And now this factor is not considered by most of us, so we are again going to ideally require more time for our autoclaving. But if you only are considering 20 to 25 minutes in the same situation also, then you are not doing your autoclaving properly. Okay, one another reason for using distilled water for our autoclaving is because many a times we observe that there is rusting of our dental instruments occurring. Normal water also plays a part in rusting your instruments, so if you are using distilled water for your autoclaving, you can avoid such rustings of instruments also. So the final conclusion of the story is distilled water is very important in dentistry. It is compulsorily to be used inside your dental chair and also for your autoclaving purpose. And doctors, you don't need to change the distilled water from autoclave every time you do the autoclaving. Okay, you just need to add the additional quantity that has evaporated up, and you can change the full distilled water after performing your autoclaving for few cycles. So it is not also a financial burden on you. Okay, so if you want to increase the life of your dental chair and avoid repairs, use distilled water in your dental chair. If you want a good autoclaving done, correct autoclaving done, and also if you want to avoid rusting of your equipments, use distilled water for your autoclaving. So doctors, I hope this was an informative video for all of you. We are daily trying our level best to bring out such out of the box topics for you and to improve dentistry for all of us. Okay, so that's all from me on this topic. See you all in yet another interesting video. Till then, stay tuned to the channel. Thank you. A small notice for all our subscribers and our VDentist group members. Very soon we are going to bring the third free gift for all our subscribers and members, and that is going to be in a form of composite course. Okay, so we are going to provide you access to a free composite course classes, and we can guarantee that we will change composite for you for life. Okay, so details are going to come up very soon. And if you have any queries related to your composites, then it is a must for you, and we can guarantee that your composites will improve. Not only your composites will improve, but will also increase the earning, and there are going to be many tips and tricks along with it. So all the subscribers who are not yet members of our We Dentist group, I would suggest you all to look at the link in the description and to join our WhatsApp group. Okay, so that's all from me on this topic. See you all in yet another interesting video. Till then, stay tuned to the channel. Thank you.